Hi, my name is Samerjit Singh. The credibility of AI as human life assistance is determined by our actions.
AI. Artificial intelligence utilizes computers and technology to stimulate the human's mind's problem-solving and decision-making abilities. Machine learning and linguistics are characteristic of AI technologies. In perhaps the most generic definition, artificial intelligence refers to the system or robot that mimic human intellectual ability in order to complete tasks and develop and refine itself based on the data they gather. AI mostly about the process and the ability to think quicker and analyze information rather than about other particular methods and or functions.
Types of artificial intelligence as a system. Big AI and narrow AI, also known as ANI, is the AI that has been programmed and concentrated on performing various tasks. The majority of AI that surrounds us nowadays is generated by big AI. Strong AI. Artificial intelligence, AGI, commonly known as AI, is speculated the kind of AI whereby a technology obtains intelligence comparable to human. ASI is the intelligence capacity of human brain that will be transcended by superintelligence. Human and AI. An AI personal assistant is a piece of software that recognizes speech or written command that fulfills the client's objective. Machine assisting humans. Humans should play three critical roles that instruct machines to perform specific tasks, clarify the outcome of those programs, and encourage effective use of technology. Human assisting machines. In three ways, the intelligent machines are boosting human in developing their abilities. They can enhance intellectual, ultimately help us to encourage customers. Our reliance of AI as a system without questioning their credibility. The coronavirus outbreak has impacted our routines and forced us to stay at home for an extended period of time. People have discovered alternative ways to stay occupied and bond visually. AI may appear to be far off abstraction, but the truth is 85% of Americans are adopting devices to guide by technology. Similarly, social media networking platform LinkedIn recorded a 26% increase in user session between January 2020 and April 2020. Core values of building with AI: honesty and transparency, reliability and responsibility, discipline and perseverance. Perception of AI has resistance between societal groups. Actions of people in power using AI to exist and to exploit the powerless. Fear and job insecurity. In the UK, we explore the decision government facilities outside Newcastle where millions of dollars been lavishly to develop a new era of welfare robots to replace human. Private corporations, including New York, founded by first world bought billionaire, expanding procedure that has been drawn attention to several new buzzwords: virtual employment, integrated decision making, and robot intelligence systems. Unfairness. In Illinois, the Guardian discovered that the state federal authorities have collaborated to seek welfare consumers refund overpayments stretching back 30 over years in certain cases. The zombie debt system empowered by technology evokes anxiety and hardship in society and most vulnerable citizens exploited. In Australia, where Guardians has frequently reported about robot debt, the scheme charged illegitimate clawing back debts using a defective algorithm. We now discover that government has launched a new digital front employing automatic to restrict millions from welfare payments. Hinton is one of the most well-known figures in AI. Is framed as the godfather of AI. Martin Ford discusses with AI about the economics and social aspects of AI in his book Architects of Intelligence. People in looking at technology as if technology developments are a threat, Hinton says. The challenge of becoming one of social systems and whether we will have a society that contributes fairly or one that focuses on improving the top 1% while treating us like trash. That's absolutely nothing to do with technology. Another perspective on ethics in AI development: there are consideration and restriction to evaluate. Flaws in the system created by us. New threats have been developed. New challenges may emerge as a resultant of usage of AI. Cyber attacks may exploit the flaws in AI developed by defenders. Suspect there are evidence to anticipate assaults on facility by increased usage of AI will be highly effective, finely targeted, and difficult to identify. As existing threats are being expanded, the scalable use of AI to complete tasks will normally be involved in human labor, creativity, and skills may reduce the cost of assaults. Ethics of creators in AI human assistance. AI has the ability to optimize processes in ways that human cannot. However, the impact of AI on society will raise issues that humanity is not yet prepared to address. A jobless society. What will happen to jobs if AI eventually performs most of human functions effectively than humans? The problem with current AI is that as artificial intelligence draws closer and closer to human general intelligence, much of human labor risks of becoming obsolete and being replaced by AI. Removing human biases. We have a proclivity for prejudices as human beings. Human beings subconsciously consider factors as ethnicity, religion, and age when gazing at one another. The objective of implementing AI is to eliminate such biases from decision making. It turns out that artificial intelligence can be as cute as humans. The Council of Europe recently commissioned a research titled Discrimination Artificial Intelligence and Automatic Decision Making, which demonstrates how AI can perpetuate human biases. This is because humans who design and manipulate AI can have significant influence on technology. Security risks. There have already been instances of this occurring. A self-driving Uber car recently collided with a pedestrian, killing her instantly. Some of the features faulted at the technology for failing to avoid pedestrian, while others pointed the finger at the driver, who is engrossed at his device at the moment of the collision. Because of this type of disaster has never happened before, it's difficult to determine how to properly assign blame. When AI has been utilized maliciously, it possesses a security risk. The technology may be used to develop new sorts of cyber weapons that could be used to attack drones and other smart devices. Impersonation technology. The notes of 360 batch musical was elaborated by Google's computer, which discovered the correlation between melody and the notes that produce harmony. The program was able to learn those principles and apply them when users contribute their own notes. Machines keep learning. At the moment, this technology have enough potential flaws to allow individuals to detect digital fabrication. An expert could spot several errors produced by Google Batch Composer. Similarly, OpenAI text generation occasionally produce sentences like fire underwater that makes no sense to the context. These errors will become rarer as developers work on their inventions. AI technology will be effectively adapt and learn as AI programs assist them across the profession of medicine, giving academics and businesses the flexibility to experiment in order to find these beneficial outcomes. AI systems increase the risk of discovering more advanced ways to perpetrate and deceit other social issues. Limiting the research severely could stifle the progress. However, allowing good technology to develop comes at a price. The risk of misuse, such as falsifying a bad prediction. Realistic AI. The concept of producing artificial life is not a novel one. Indeed, humanity has long depicted automated entities in art and literature, but it's only recently that we have begun develop this exciting and new technology. Creating life as new entails additional applications and ethical concern, which is the game director David Cage emphasizes throughout his tale of man versus machine. The treatment of androids by humanity around them is a centralized premise of Detroit Become Human. When traveling through stimulated streets of Detroit, you will notice a designated space where androids can be left segregated by public transport and more. At one point, the game takes even a controversial step at how androids develop and adopt their own civil rights movement. Futuristic and renowned AI automaton sees the depiction as something that could happen potentially in the future. Yes, it's possible if machines someday achieve human-level intelligence as well as consciousness. He said, if a machine is conscious, then its capability to suffer enslaving it or otherwise mistreating it will be very problematic. For this reason, we choose to build robots for many uses that are not so intelligent and conscious. Gaining trust between us and AI. The black box nature of machine learning is one of the main causes for AI skepticism. Machine learning is the most successful AI application right now. It's learning the mechanisms, on the other hand, keeping its inner workings hidden. It's tough to determine exactly where and when a choice was made. The goal of this branch of AI research is to figure out how to crack the black box. The approaches to use to attempt to reconcile how AI works in a certain application setting, allowing us to assess the AI doing what it is and supposed to do, whether it has gone astray. AI must also provide privacy. It should be a safeguard of our personal information and provide a safe and secure environment for its users and stakeholders. In the real-world circumstance, AI should incorporate robustness. The AI must be resistant to risk, unpredictability, and many more elements to contribute AI application credibility. For the time being, these 5 elements provide a clear picture of what has been required of AI trust. Accountability, openness, and justice among these things are seen to approach increase AI trustworthiness. Conclusion. Credibility of AI has human assistant lives within us. We dictate how AI progresses into the future and hold the power to create endless possibilities. Ethics plays an integral part of developing AI with the usage of our moral compass of a human being. As AI becomes a better human assistant, with empathy comes with a human empathy. The way we treat them will be the outcome of our future. AI depends on us to react a certain way. Thank you very much.